What's up, everybody? It's your boy Mitchell. You tune in to Fight Side TV. You already know you came to Fight Side, you came to the right side. Terence Bud Crawford, 4 division world champion, has defended his good buddy Shakur Stevenson once again. Shakur has been catching a lot of flame here lately for his performances. His last performance with Edwin, and now this performance with Autumn. I thought he did pretty good in this fight with Autumn, but a lot of fight fans just wasn't happy. They wasn't impressed. So I got the audio here with Terence Bud Crawford. This audio is from Forbes. Shout out to Forbes, fair use. And we're going to roll that audio, but first we're going to get to this video and we'll be right back with you. Now, as I was saying, Terence Bud Crawford has defended Shakur Stevenson a few times now. Now he has an interview on Forbes. Now I got the audio, and I'm gonna let y'all hear this audio real quick.
So when you saw Saturday's fight, and you saw like some of the things that were happening with the camera, showing the audience and all that, what was your first reaction? Because I saw some fighters, I saw Ishe Smith respond to it. I saw some other cats on there respond to it. What was your thought, being that you've walked this path before?
Now, as you can see, there's a lot of people in the stands. The seats are full, so evidently people was at the fight. And now you see the people walking out, Crawford think that may have been planned. I don't know. That's just the way he feel about it. So check him out.
What was your thought when you saw that?
Well, those ain't real supporters.
Mm-hmm.
You can't worry about those individuals. It was kind of odd how all those people got up at the same exact time and walked out. So it's kind of seemed to me as if it was planned, but at the same time, who cares? They all paid their money to come and see him fight, and he looked sharp and he won in flying colors, and so be it.
Yeah.
That's what I thought, man. The kid did really good, man. He didn't go in there like Gervonta Davis. Everybody's not a knockout artist like Gervonta Davis, you know what I'm saying? When you watch a Gervonta Tank Davis' fight, you almost guaranteed a knockout. He's 30-0 with 28 knockouts. Shakur Stevenson, I think, has 10 knockouts and 22 wins. That's a big difference. That tells you that Shakur Stevenson is not a knockout artist. He's a skillful fighter, kind of like Floyd Mayweather. He boxed, and the name of boxing is hit and not get hit. Everybody don't go in there to get beat up on.
As a guy who is like your guy's fighting style is obviously a little bit different. Every fight is different, but because you know him so well, you've been in the gym with him, you know what kind of talent he is. Does it pain you to watch him kind of in some ways be underappreciated and under-recognized, or you look at that as just like, oh, this is just part of the business, all of us have to go through this?
All the greats have been through those type of adversity moments. People talk bad about Floyd Mayweather.
Exactly.
People talk bad about me. People talk bad about Ali. People won't talk bad about the great ones. They want him to be basic. They want him to sit in front of a guy and slug it out with him for they can say, oh, that was a great fight.
Exactly.
That was a wonderful fight. Shakur Stevenson got his head banged out, but he won the fight. That's what they want. But that's not the name of the game. The name of the game is called boxing for a reason. Hit and not get hit. I think people need to look up the definition of boxing. You got a lot of people that claim they know boxing and they follow boxing and they got their YouTube channels and They got their podcasts is, but they really don't know boxing. Yeah, they watch boxing, but they don't even know what they're watching half of the time.
See, Bud taking shots at you podcasters and all you bloggers talking that noise.
You know, they look at boxing and they say, well, he wasn't fighting. Oh, I want to see a good fight. Oh, I want to see these two guys fight. It's always fighting. But that ain't the name of the game. It's called boxing. Why don't they say, oh, I want to see Tank box Shakur? Because at the end of the day, that's what it's going to be. It's going to be a boxing match, not a fighting match. If you want to watch fighting, then there's other things like UFC, they fight. They use the feet. They use, the elbows. They kick you, they do a lot of things. But when we talking about the martial arts of boxing,
See, that's what I'm saying, man. I'm not saying that he'll beat Tank. We won't know until they fight, but Tank is going to have to box Shakur Stevenson. And Tank can box also. His IQ is through the roof. Tank can box. So I'm just saying, he's going to have to box Shakur Stevenson if they ever get in the ring together.
it's a science to boxing. And I just want people to, know the definition of boxing.
Have you ever found yourself maybe falling into that in your own career, like fights you had in the past where you kind of caught yourself leaning into that, like the crowd wants me to do this or whatever?
We all do. We all do. We all want to be crowd pleasers because the more you please the crowd, the more your name get recognition, the more that people get to talking about you, and the more your value evolves. But at the same time, look at those fighters that was crowd pleasers and was trying to do everything for the crowd, and they lost their life.
Mm-hmm.
Or they got in a bad injury and they couldn't box anymore. Where's all those crowd pleasing people that was cheering those fighters on, and this fighter can't fight no more and that's hospitalized, that nobody come to see. Nobody's paying for their doctor bills. Nobody is chanting them on anymore.
See, that's what I'm saying about fans, man. They with you when you up, but when you down, man, they ain't gonna be nowhere to be found. Just say if Gervonta Tank loses his next fight, then they gonna be saying that Tank was overrated and all that, man. You know what I'm saying? You up, hey, you know what I'm saying? You up and you doing your thing, they with you. But if you mess up one time, man, it's like they never knew you. They start hating on you, dissing you, and everything else, man. That's just the way it is.
What about those fighters that lost their life, trying to be a crowd pleaser and fight a fight that they shouldn't have fought, but they, listening to the crowd and lost their life? Is the crowd or the people, taking care of their family? Is they sending letters, talking to their family and telling them how great they child was or anything, or their
Nah,
father
they don't
or
forget
their
about you.
son? Things like that, us fighters got to think about
Mm-hmm.
when we in the ring. We not just fighting just to fight. Like, you really can lose your life in the ring. So it's
Facts. And everybody ain't going in there to get hit, like, to get beat on, get their head beat on. The KO, they let it come to them. Some of them go in there looking for the KO. But, man, they go in there to box at the end of the day and go home safe to their family. You dig?
not a game. It's not something that you can say, oh, time out. He hit me in my head and I'm dizzy. People really get battered and hurt in boxing. Then when you see those fighters years after they didn't retired and they couldn't talk a sentence or comprehend anything, or then lost their whole money because bad investments, or they wasn't smart enough to invest their money in anything. Now what? Where's all those crowd pleasing people
Nowhere to be
that was
found.
chanting this fighter on once upon a time? it's in with the old. I mean, out with the old, in with the new.
Mhm.
Oh, he's washed up. That's what they say. Oh, he's washed up. He's nothing. We on to this guy. So you gotta think about things like that.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. Well, I want to ask you: is there? I know you were mentioning you're focusing on Majrov, and I 100% understand that. But I got to ask you: is there ever a possibility where you would rematch Errol Spence, or is he in a position where he needs to win again before that makes sense for you?
The possibility is there.
Mhm.
He's fighting for his title. I'm fighting for a title.
You already know what that means. If he wins his next fight and Earl Spence wins his next fight against Fundora and he wins against Madrimov, then there you go. They can make the fight happen.
And there's the possibility. He win his fight, God willing. I win my fight, God willing. And there's your possibility right there.
No. All right, man. I appreciate.
Oh yeah, see, man. All I can say, man, Shakur, is just hold your head up, man. Stay focused and keep chasing greatness. I know you're a good fighter. You can't please everybody. You know, Tank don't even please everybody. You know what I'm saying? People are saying that Tank don't fight anybody. Everybody's gonna have critics out there. So just keep your head up, keep boxing, you know, and you'll get there. You either prove them wrong, or you prove them right. You dig? Now, Crawford did give him some constructive criticism on the fight. Now he did do that. Like I was saying, man, he got to learn to let his hands go, and that's what Crawford was telling him. You know what I'm saying? This video here was posted by, I believe, Boxing Enthusiasts on X. So shout out to them. Before I show you this, I'm gonna get up out of here. You know, but you tune in to Fight Side TV. You already know. If you came to Fight Side, you came to the right side. Hope you enjoyed the content. Subscribe for more. Hit that like button. Comment. Let me know what you think. Until next time, keep it real with yourself and with others.
The ring, I heard Dre say go to the right. I went to the right, he started going left.
Go to the right.
Bro, one of y'all said go to the right.
And
And I
cut him off
went
with
that
your
way.
jab. You wasn't jabbing, bro.
Yeah.
You was just following.
I was trying to get him.
Yeah, but you gotta jab your way in. Them body shots hurt him, bro.
You know, I had him at a certain time. I started picking the pace up, but it's like he just kept like.
But you wasn't letting your hands go. You was picking the pace up with your movement.
Yeah.
But your hands wasn't, you know what I
It
mean?
was a certain time I started throwing, boom, 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 boom. I just started touching the thing.
And then I think in the 8th or 9th he was like, "Let me start moving."
I was just about to say, just like
And he was pump faking like he was trying to do something, but he started the first couple rounds he was sharp.
Yeah.
And that third, fourth, fifth he started like kind of.
He was solid though. No cap, he was solid at first. I'm like, damn, this he bouncing. He won't stand in one spot. He just keep bouncing.
I said that he was throwing you off with them feints. Yeah. That's why I kept telling you feint him back and jab.
I just said, I'm about to just go.